Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Paul, the country hipster. I'm in the truck right now, getting ready to go food shopping. And I know we haven't really been around. We're on hiatus right now from the podcast and whatnot. Got a lot of stuff going on, preparing season 3 and whatnot. But I am in the car today, and I'm getting ready to give my first listen to Skinny Lister's new album, Songs From The Yonder. If you've been watching the podcast, you know I'm a huge Skinny Lister fan. We've done 2 episodes on Skinny Lister between season 1 and season 2. And I'm just so excited to hear this album. I've heard some singles, and I'm really happy about those and how they sound. And this is going to be my first time spinning it, virtually spinning it in the car, and hearing all the songs. So I intend to come back with a video of what I'm thinking, maybe a little short or something, little bonus episode for you, so to speak, of the Country Hipster Podcast. And yeah, so here we go. I'm going to take a listen right now. All right, guys, Country Hipster back at you. I just finished my first full listening of Skinny Lister's new album, Songs From The Yonder. Man, I'm trying to remove myself from the fandom of Skinny Lister and look at this album very objectionably. I can't use big words, you guys know this. This album's fucking great, man. It is so good. I only listened to it one time so far. I'm gonna listen to it a bunch more times. But I mean, I looked it up. The album is only 29 minutes long, and it is the perfect amount. There is not a wasted note, a wasted chord, a wasted lyric on this album. There's nothing you could take away from it. And I think if you tried adding more to this album, unless it was like along the same lines of what they put out here, I don't think you can add anything to this album. I think it is a complete, perfect album from beginning to end. One where, like, I almost venture you can't listen to on shuffle, because it's that good and the flow is that good, and it goes through. All the songs are good. I was a little worried at first because the first, I think, 4 songs are songs that I've heard before. 3 of them being the singles, although maybe all 4 of them were released as singles. But either way, I'd heard them. So, like, sometimes when I hear that at the beginning of the album, I'm like, oh, is this a front-loaded album where it's like starts off really good and it just kind of drops off from there? Not the case at all. Some of the best songs of this album are towards the end of the album. It amazes me that as a band and as songwriters, specifically Dan, who does most of the songwriting, how do you continue to evolve? Which is what Skinny Lister's doing. Shanty Punk definitely became my favorite Skinny Lister album, which if you go back and listen and watch that episode in season 2 where we had Fake Adam on there, I just go off about Skinny Lister and Shanty Punk and how good of an album it is. And like you almost think with a band with this many albums, like you kind of hit a peak and then you kind of start going down. It's like kind of a natural arc of music and being in a band sometimes, but this goes up further. The band has evolved, the sound has evolved, the influences of like so many different things can be heard on here, going like back to not only folk but like you know, you could hear like some Irish folk with the likes of the Pogues or even the Tossers. You hear some Flog Maui in there, so that stuff is there, and it's relative. But then, like, in certain points, I'm hearing like early 2000s emo in there a little bit. I'm hearing like some like early 90s or mid 90s, alternative, like 10,000 Maniacs ish, or the whole Athens, Georgia sounds coming through on this album as well. It's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. And the fact that it's only 29 minutes, I love that, because it means that on vinyl, if you know anything about the production of vinyl, generally the shorter an album is, it is when it's produced, it sounds better when it's coming out the speakers. So this is like kind of in that sweet spot for side A and side B from a vinyl perspective. So I'm really, really excited to listen to it on vinyl once I get that in my hands. But the other thing I got to talk about is the production quality of this album. This album, you hear so much, and it's so good, and it's from like the recording, the mixing, the mastering, everything about it. This is by far the best sounding from a production standpoint Skinny Lister album to this point, in my opinion. Just everything is just so full and comes through. You hear every single instrument. And there's a lot of stuff going on there. It's not just the accordion and the acoustic guitar and the bass. You hear the mandolin, you hear the string parts, and they're all, when they're layered on there, they're definitely, each one is very, very distinct in the listening, which is awesome. Like, production wise, it's amazing. It's a great album. Go to skinnylister.com and buy this album from them. If for some reason you don't want to go to skinnylister.com and buy the album, which I don't know why you wouldn't, you're going and supporting the artist directly. We will have some copies available at OttsvilleRecordGarage.com. I do have it listed right now. My distributor, I have a couple on order. They only have one on my shelf. It hasn't come yet. So I don't know if they're waiting to get more copies or what the deal is. But at any rate, you could go to OttsvilleRecordGarage.com. Since it'll be listed as sold out, just put on a notification you want it, and then once it comes in, you'll know that we have it. But really, forget it. Go to skinnylister.com, check out Skinny Lister, check out this album, listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get it, your stuff, and subscribe to the Country Hipster Podcast. So we'll be back for season 3 at some point. We're still on hiatus, and we're going to stay on hiatus for a little while, but that's okay. We're putting our stuff together, but I wanted to just hit this out here because I'm so excited about this album, which will probably almost definitely be covered in season 3 if I have my way. I mean, I am the Country Hipster. So, all right, guys, thanks. Talk to you soon.